Hello everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Champions of Tech. Today, I'm honored to welcome our guest, Mr. Mohan Elango, who is the Managing Director of UK and Global Salesforce Delivery Head, Numantica Consulting Group, and also he is the ex-CEO of Consley Consulting Private Limited. We welcome you, Mohan.
Thank you, Sanan.
Thank you, Mohan.
Pleasure to
Please
be
have
here.
it. Yes. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, Mohan. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thank you.
So
Been a long day.
Okay. Yes. So we have been knowing each other since a long time, right?
Yeah.
You are the one who has introduced me to the tech world by
Mhm.
hiring me in Consley Consulting Private Limited. I'm really grateful for that opportunity you have provided, and still you are supporting me through my entire journey, and I'm so grateful for that ever. Thanks
You're
so much for
welcome.
that.
But there's a correction. I enabled your tech journey into the corporate world. Your tech journey was enabled by your university, your college, and what you had in you in terms of your knowledge in tech as an individual is what made me bring you on board.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Champions of Tech, you've given me the opportunity once again of being the very first host of our show, and I'm again thankful for that.
You're welcome.
It's a great support you've been providing us so far.
I mean, when you came on board, we in the business that we worked together, we did everything, a lot of things for the first time. So I'm sure we only got better from there. And let's do the same thing again.
Thank you so much, Mohan. Thank you. With that, we'll get into our podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, knowing you since a very long time, how was your journey so far as an entrepreneur, especially in tech area, right? How was your journey in terms of creation?
So the whole idea of entrepreneurship meant a lot to me because coming from a humble background where my dad did what he did and enabling me right in my early school days, working with this team on the floor, and also giving me the visibility of engaging with the business owners who have been running successful industries in Bangalore when I was in my primary school and then towards my high school and my engineering days. Kind of built a dream inside myself that I need to be there, delivering something similar and enabling a platform for others to come on board. And I'm able to grow that side of journey, should I say, which was I was quite passionate about. And that's how it all started. So it kind of happened. I didn't really manifest it, and people say if you manifest it, it happens. I went to do my master's, and the 2008 recession happened due to Lehman Brothers crash. Just around the time after my graduation, I got selected in which was supposed to be a rigorous 9-round interview with one of the leading chip companies. I don't want to use names. In the Bay Area in California,
That's
I
a
got
lot of
selected.
rounds.
Sorry.
That's a lot of rounds.
Yeah,
9
it
rounds.
was supposed to be 9 rounds, but I cleared just in first 4 rounds. I cleared the technical rounds, and even pretty much spoke to all the stakeholders in the hiring process. And the head of recruitment called me and said, I mean, the one who was hiring for the position called me and said, "There's nothing more that we want of you, and we want to bring you on board, and we don't want to waste time." And we finished the whole thing in the first 4 rounds.
Okay.
It was bound to happen. The Lehman Brothers crash, there was a hiring freeze. I was expecting an offer letter on the 24th of December.
Okay.
It got pushed out.
Okay.
And on the 26th December, there was a global hiring freeze.
Oh.
So my journey would have been different had I got that offer letter.
Okay.
Versus not getting it is what kind of pushed me. I shouldn't say pushed me. Kind of gave me the courage to go into and explore something more on my own. And that's when I moved from US to the UK.
Okay.
And with support of my friends, I set up the consulting practice, specifically targeting a platform, which is Salesforce,
Yeah.
which you are part of.
Yes.
Since then, it's been a different journey. There's been lots of ups and downs as any other entrepreneur, any other founder. But that creation, the question about creation, yeah, that's where it all started. The background of that creation.
It was good to know. Can I take that as an accidental entrepreneurship, or was that somehow planned in your college days?
No, I could have still gone back and as a graduate, I could have still laid low, started applying for jobs.
Yeah.
More jobs, restart applying for jobs, more jobs, right? That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I thought something more is there for me, and friends I work with, they gave me the platform, and a friend of mine, he's been there for me from first day of university. So with whom I joined hands together, and we started this off. So yes, it was not accidental. It was an intentional way in to say, okay, let's go and enable it for ourselves and also enable it for others. And that directly, I didn't have to second guess or even think about it, rethink about it. Did I want to do it or not? Because that was in me, and the opportunity came to me rather than me going in search of it. And specifically, when I moved to the UK, the whole world of Salesforce was quite new. Which meant that it had more opportunities for me to tap into the market in the UK. So that's how it happened.
Got that. It is a great journey so far. Yeah, thank you. Being an entrepreneur, the biggest challenge I see is expansion, right? So what are the expansion strategies you follow?
So there's a saying in terms of when you do a startup of a business, there are two stages that you'll face. One is, if you sustain the business beyond 5 years, it means you've made it by not failing. It's not like you've made it to the target that you wanted. Beyond that, there'll be a point of stagnation. Right? Yes. So both happened to me. So yes, I passed the 5 years, and definitely there was a point of stagnation. But not giving up and looking at building relationships and partnerships and working with the right people to mutually support and ensure that it's a win-win for both is what kept me going in terms of expansion. And organically, the team grew. And the best part that happened for us was my friend was also my business partner. We diversified in terms of he focusing on a product and me focusing on consulting and mutually supporting each other at the strategic level. That mainly ensured that we are building two different businesses. One on the service side and one on the product side. And enabling a lot of people in terms of employment and also adding value to our customers. Got it.
Have you ever faced uncertainty during this journey so far?
Uncertainty, probably every alternate day. I give it a break on a Saturday and Sunday. The reason being, I think the Monday is not there yet. Jokes apart. Uncertainty for sure, because coming from a humble family, everything was built on top of what my dad enabled me with. That is my education. Everything else was at risk in terms of whatever risk I took was risk I could take, the appetite I had to take. And that I always go with calculated risk. I do not go beyond that. The reason is, again, the humble upbringing and the challenges that we went through as a family during my growing up in my school days and university days. So the uncertainty will always be there, but what will top up on in addition to that is the confidence that you have about yourself. The past successes, even the small wins in your school days or in your college days, bring just recollect them and think about how you did it. Right, that will ensure that your uncertainty is secondary, and your intent and motivation is primary.
Got it. That's brilliant to know. And how do you see, or how have you seen the reinvention steps in your journey so far?
Oh, right now I call it the 2.0 for myself.
No.
The reason is, you asked me a question earlier, like entrepreneurship, was it accidental? No,
Yeah.
definitely it was not. But see the 1.0 of me in a journey where it was about learning, doing mistakes, doing the right things, and being experimental about a lot of things. So that's just purely like as good as after finishing your masters, you still continued your study, your educational side of it by being in a professional world. Uh, so the current journey is about reinvention. That
Got
is looking back to the last 15 years of my professional career.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use it to my advantage to look at how best I can not repeat the same mistakes,
Got it.
or how can I do things better, and what are the ways of doing it better. Right? I've put in a lot of thought in the last few months, and organically initiating a few things that I've been very passionate about in the last few years, and which I had not progressed on because
Got
of
it.
my commitment in to what I was already doing. So the last couple of months, when I got the mind space and also the time off from work, I traveled a bit,
Okay.
met a lot of my friends and families across the globe,
Yeah.
spent some time with the kids of my friends. Uh, it was a different experience, which I had not done forever. And this reinvention will be after the 2 months break, having put together a lot of thoughts about what I want to do next. And that one is basically learn from my experience
Got it.
and keep it to a point where it is fun. Whatever you want to do is fun for yourself, and ensuring it is not hurting anyone else.
Got it. That's brilliant to get to know Mohan. Being an entrepreneur for 15 years, right? In today's world, young entrepreneurs are facing a lot of scarcity, right? Scarcity in terms of opportunity, in terms of money, and other things. Have you ever faced such scarcity in your life in this journey of entrepreneurship? And how did you overcome that by any means?
I would like to challenge your question. I feel the opportunities the generation or in their 20s, mid 20s or late 20s have is abundant because they have the exposure by seeing and looking at what others are doing. There's a lot more on the social media to look at, get ideas
Yeah.
and try out something. That was not the case 25 years ago. When I graduated in 2005, 90% of my friends looked at, am I going to get placed in Infosys, Wipro,
Yeah.
Cognizant, or TCS?
Yes.
Right? If they get it, they're like, I made it.
Yeah.
Right? But right now, I don't think it's the same vibe. People are looking at, you know what, I'm going to drop out of college. I don't want to go to college. I have an idea. I'm going to go build on top of it.
Yeah.
They and their expectation and the fear in them is way too less because they are okay with what they have in terms of be it fun or be it ability to spend. They're able to be a bit more content and looking about taking care of themselves first than looking at uh, building assets. So
Getting that.
what I would say is they have a lot more freedom and exposure to things, and also the ability to try fast and fail fast. And that's something which I did not have 20 years ago. That the whole idea of like let's try fast and fail fast was never in me. But right now, you can see a lot of younger generation people trying to do something. The first blocker is always the first step towards trying something.
Yeah.
The first initiative might fail, second might fail, third might fail, but it's a learning curve. And
Yes.
they've done it quite early in their career, which means when they get into their 30s, they're quite matured and they've faced failure and they will look for success.
When they were young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got that. Thanks for that inputs. That adds a lot of value. Yeah. So, being a tech entrepreneur, right? You've always focused on building people-centric business, right? How do you fit technology when you're building such people-centric businesses?
So, what does technology do?
It helps people to do things faster and
Yeah.
add a lot of value towards.
Yeah.
Their everyday
So
life.
the you find every way to make people's life better, and the major part of it in the current world is through technology.
Yeah.
Whatever you saw in the sci-fi movies earlier,
Mhm.
what you thought is only a fiction is pretty much becoming a reality. And in the
Yes.
next 10, 20, 30 years, it will evolve even more.
Yes.
Right.
Agree.
So tech is the one that brings that together,
Yeah.
and it's fast paced, and I'm loving it.
It's good to know, really. Yeah. So, being a leader,
Mhm.
right? How do you see the human side of things when you're running a business? How important is humans to you when you're running a tech business?
Specifically, the question can be services business, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Tech, I can probably build with one, just myself. I can build a product.
Yeah.
But when it comes to services, I need a team.
Yes.
Uh, for me, if we go back to the first question that you had, I always had the opportunity to, because of my dad, I had the opportunity to work with my dad's team members on the floor, which means I was always part of them.
Yeah.
And I could feel a connect. And that's something I enjoyed, and my dad's team members enjoyed that. I'm with them, and I'm with them, right? Not trying to control them, not trying to uh, showcase myself as my dad's son,
Yeah.
who runs the business. They saw me as very likely they saw me as an employee who's working with them,
Yeah.
and that always made me feel really good. And I made sure that when I kicked off what I kicked off in 2010,
Mhm.
the intent was always clear: people first. Uh, there was a question by one of the consulting businesses who were helping us evaluate a merger and acquisition, and they asked us to put on a post aid in terms of prioritization. Uh, Shareholders, people.
Mhm.
There was one more thing I forgot, right? And for me, in a services business,
Mhm.
people will come first. If I can keep the people happy,
Yeah.
it means
Agree.
I'm adding value to the business, right?
Agree.
Automatically, that will reflect on shareholder value, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Uh, if I say shareholder first, and if I don't have any people, there's no business. But specifically in the services business,
Services.
if it's
Yes.
a product, it's a different ballgame.
Yes. Put together. One thing I have taken into my life by following you is you said you never, whenever you're working with your dad's employees, right? You never you always wanted to be one among them, right? When I was working under you,
No, with
I
me.
never,
You mean with me?
with you,
Yeah.
I never saw you sitting alone in a cabin. You always sit with us in the workspace, right? I follow that. Okay, I truly follow that because that one thing I learned from you, and I will always do that because whenever my dad walks into my office or my mom walks into my office, they always ask me this question: "Where's your cabin?" I said, "There's no cabin." I always sit in the workspace, work with my teammates, and we always crack jokes. We
Yeah.
always play, enjoy, like how we used to play and work together,
Yeah.
right? So I've sincerely taken that, and I loved that approach, and I will follow that forever.
Oh, that's a more of a British thing. I have to give the credit to them. Uh, you walk into any of these offices in England, and also on that note, when I walk into Salesforce office in Dublin or in Salesforce office in London,
Mhm.
there is definitely on the floor you will
Mhm.
see a business development associate working. You'll see the AEs working. You'll
Mhm.
see the sales directors, RVPs, EVPs, and everyone will be on the floor and no specific cabin for them. If they need to have any private conversation, they always go into a meeting room and have a private conversation.
Yeah.
That's and that is where I learned it, and that kind of added to my sweet spot of what I like to, that is be among people. Uh, That's how I thrive. Uh, the whole reason I used to spend a lot of time traveling from London to Bangalore office when you guys were in part of the business, primarily to come and spend time with you guys, because over there I was on my own, shut in that one space like a in a between four walls, just on my own. But having people around, having conversations, fruitful conversations, doesn't always happen in a meeting room. It can be across the table.
Absolutely.
And I always, while people are more pro towards remote working and hybrid working, I always fascinate in-person office working, purely because of that human connect. Nothing to do with productivity, nothing to do with anything else, not about the trust factor, nothing. It's purely to do with people connect.
Absolutely. I'm 100% with you. And I've also seen you, I've seen you as the first one who broke that hierarchy barriers also on the workspace, right? So this tremendous amount of things I've learned from you through my journey so far with you. And thanks for such inspiration, Mohan.
It's the one thing is about being able to observe it and learn from it, which I'm sure I'm very proud of the fact that most of the team members that have been part of the journey with me, we have supported each other tremendously for their growth. So I'm very proud of that.
Absolutely. There's no doubt or second thoughts about it, Mohan, because that one day, that fine day when you hired us, we had a lot of lot of memories in that one day, because we opened the interview gates at around 7 a.m. in the morning, and we finished the entire interview around 12 or 12:30 a.m. the next day, right? So such an intense interview process, and intense years and years of working with you, but the results were amazing because we shaped up a lot under your leadership. That's for sure.
It was a team effort. One has to have the appetite to absorb and take it in the right spirit. And I think I was blessed with the fact that I would give the benefit of doubt of 0.01%. 99.99% I had had a success rate of people understanding the intent behind my word, my expectation. I know we have had moments, and I'm sure everyone does, but we were matured enough and grown up enough to think it through and do the right things that supported yourself, me, and the business.
Yep. Thank you. And being an inspiration for many of us, right? How do you navigate yourself in risk, failures, these areas like reinvention in the entrepreneurship journey? We spoke about it already.
Can you speak about that? I mean, can you repeat the question for me? I'm just trying to articulate that.
How do you navigate yourself in terms of risk taking or the failures? What will be happening in your thought process during those times? Because as an young entrepreneur, right, we might have worked for 10-15 years in the industry, but coming into a business and running your own business with people, a lot of things will be going on in your mind. Since you're a successful entrepreneur who has also done an exit, right, in one of your companies, and you've done a lot of new things after that in just a couple of months, right? So you know the value of every second, and you might have understood, you might have calculated the risk and failures. So what is your strategy or thought process behind risk and failures?
So growing up, went through a lot of challenges. That's the reason I said I do not take too much risk. I take calculated risk. So even at the calculated risk, the failure should be at a break even. That's how I see it. Because anything minus that, it means I'm putting myself at risk, my family at risk, and the investors who back me at risk. So to ensure there is no failure, that is, my benchmark is break even and above. If I am breaking even, it means I'm failing. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go below that. That's what I tell myself. That's how I motivate myself. If I see us going towards that situation, I'll do whatever is needed. I wouldn't sit back and look at, okay, this is not something I'm able to do or I won't be able to do, or not that I shouldn't be doing. No matter whatever is needed, to the extent that I can, or based on help that I can ask from people, I'll get it done, or get it to that stage.
Thanks for that. Talking about technology, right? We cannot skip the AI. Right? What is your vision in the tech entrepreneur space with AI and without AI?
So interestingly, you asked this question at the time when I've just come back from a trip to the US. I was in Dreamforce, and after that, I was in the Bay Area for a week or so with my friends.
Okay.
A good friend of mine from school days, and he is part of one of the top 5 corporates who pretty much define what tech and AI means to the world. And he's in the he is in a senior position as an enterprise AI team member.
Okay.
So we had a lot of conversations. Okay. And every other conversation, like I also ended up playing some weekend cricket with them in a baseball ground, like a tennis ball cricket, right? While even there, when I had his friends come over and we were all playing, there's a lot happening around AI, and the Bay Area is fast paced.
Yep.
And it was at some point I felt it overwhelming because I went from London.
Yep.
Right. It was a bit overwhelming, okay. But I enjoyed it after a couple of days. Okay. I started absorbing the thought process, what they're thinking, how they're thinking, and how we can ensure it's a complementing, asset rather than a threat. Mm. And the way I think anyone who's into that space of AI should be looking at not making it overwhelming to anyone out there, because there are a lot of layman people out there who are right now, because of the kind of the way it's been presented to the world, the AI is kind of bring humanity to humans to an end in terms of work, right? Yep. It shouldn't be like that. Whoever is doing it should ensure that there's positive vibes and positive messages sent out there to ensure that people are being in a positive mindset to enable themselves, rather than feeling overwhelmed and afraid of what's coming. Yeah. And that's something which I am looking at. How can I possibly do that? And that can be part of my journey next. There's something else going on in terms of the services side itself. But in terms of supporting people and the enablement is something I will ensure that I put my time and effort. And I'm sure I'll come to people like yourself and the peers I work with and the network that I have to see what support that they can give to ensure that we are able to position that complementing approach of AI to the future gen. Got it. For your information, by working with you, like personally, I felt we should always, I learned that we should always enhance humans to work better, right? So with that principle in mind, I've built an AI product, okay, which finds the skill gap in people, and it helps them to get trained, do a natural conversation training, and upgrade themselves. It can be on sales, it can be on marketing, it can be even for the tech teams or whatever maybe, whatever departments you have. We have built an AI product and which runs on Salesforce and other platforms too. Yeah. So I've taken that inspiration from you, and that's a great thing. That's a good idea. I mean, that's brilliant because seems like you're ahead of what I wanted to do already. Then I'm thinking about it. You're already doing it, which is amazing. That is enabling people. So what you're doing is figuring out the skill set gap and letting them know this is what you have to do and this is how you can do it. And if you can put a plan together and not make it overwhelming for them, and make it how do I put this? My daughter Dia, she had a competitive entrance exam to a secondary schools. It was an online examination. the complexity of the next question depends on if you answer the question right or wrong in the current situation. It's not
Getting it.
one
Exactly.
one question bank for all. It is adaptive.
Exactly.
So if someone makes a mistake at stage 2, don't give them a stage 4 question and make it even worse.
Yes.
Right? Retain them at stage 2, empower them at stage 2,
Yes.
and move on to stage 3. So that's something I learned from what the school does, and that's brilliant. That's fine. You'll have to bucket them in terms of, let's say, a stage 2 kid went all the way to stage 8 by the time she finished her exam.
Mm-hmm.
She will be evaluated differently, but
Yes.
her confidence level will be high.
Yes.
Same with this kid, who's also would have done really well at a stage 2 level, and the confidence is high. So what we should do is ensure the confidence doesn't get taken away from the kid.
Exactly. That's exactly what we have done in the application also, Mohan. I would love to show you a demo.
You will do.
Yes.
For sure. I'm sure you'll bring it to me first. Just like I'm the one here on the show first.
Yes, Mohan. And so far we have discussed a lot of things on the professional end. Now I would like to discuss few things on the personal side, right? What is your inner journey in terms of mindset, uh, inner growth, etc., apart from entrepreneurship?
Absolutely. Empowerment.
Yeah.
As simple as I have to go back to my humble upbringing, because there was an opportunity where I had to choose between a sport slash education. I could choose one. Being a growing up in India, I'm sure we will not take the risk of saying sports. At least now the kids do.
Yeah.
25 years ago, no. Not even 25 years ago, 30 years ago, absolutely not. I took the safe route of education. So for me, it is about exposure and empowerment. And I take it as a mantra for myself that if I can, I will ensure that I provide the exposure. And if there is interest from the individual, and it's more, while I do it for most of them, pretty much anyone who needs it from me, I specifically do it for my daughter, Dia. That is giving her the exposure, because I do not want her to think like, oh, I do not know about it. I want her to get to a stage where, yes, I know about it, but I don't want it.
Yeah.
So that should be a choice to make rather than not an option. So I want to do that more. Probably that will be part of my future generation in terms of giving back to the society. And there's a bigger vision in me that is, I don't know, it might be too early for me to say this, but in a few years' time, when I'm coming out of what I'm doing from tech entrepreneurial journey, there's a thing in me. And since I couldn't put my effort into sports and a sports career, I see to that what I can do with Dia, but I also want to see what I can do with people who have the passion but cannot afford it. Right? A lot of organizations are doing it already through CSR initiatives and stuff. But I am working on a goal that is bringing some fame back to India in a different way. And I think it might be a bit too early to share that information.
Okay.
But something that will make the whole nation proud on a given day. If I can even take us towards that direction and hand it over to someone who can make it even better, I'll be very proud of myself in my personal inner journey.
That's fantastic to hear, and I'm sure you will be able to achieve that. For sure.
I'm sure I'll need all your support though.
Definitely, Mo. Definitely. We come to the end of the session. One final question. Yeah. Okay. What value you want us to deliver to the society, as a piece of advice?
There was one movie that I've seen, and I really like it. Someone would have helped you at some point, without expecting anything back.
Yes.
Do the same thing to 2 people, not more. Minimum 2 people. And ask them to do it to someone else. They don't have to do it back to you, to someone else. And it was a very good movie. And even today I can sit and watch that movie again, because that creates a pyramid. And at some point,
Mhm.
At the bottom, the pyramid roots are so strong.
Yeah.
The society will help, will survive and sustain and grow.
Yes.
If you're asking me to give you or request you to do something, this
Yeah.
is what it'll be. And I'm sure you're already doing it.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're doing it. Or probably more than two. But at least two is what I'm saying.
Definitely. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for that great value
Mhm.
addition, Mohan. With that, we come to the end of the session, and it's been a fantastic session with you. And thank you so much for your time. Even in your busy schedule, you were able to give us a couple of hours, and it's been a fantastic thing. And congratulations for your new office
Thank you.
in Coimbatore, and wishing you all the very best. And please be always like the way you are now.
I'm sure. Thank you.
Thank you
And
so much.
all the
Mohan.
best for whatever you're doing. Some really
Yeah.
great initiatives. I know
Yes.
you're doing a couple of other stuff as well
Yes.
in terms of ensuring safety for women
Yes.
and girls out there,
Yes.
and collaborating with the Tamil Nadu government.
Yes.
And that's an amazing initiative.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I do not have a great network here in India, but in part of emotional support and in terms of anything else that you could ask of me, please do not hesitate, and I'll be there.
Definitely,
Right.
Mohan.
Good luck
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank
That's a
you.
great initiative that you're working on, and I'm looking forward to that being adopted by the citizens of India,
Thank you so
and
much. for
possibly
that.
even beyond.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I will try to make that happen for sure.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.